All right, let's be honest. When we were younger, we could eat just about anything and somehow still function. Burgers, fries, ice cream, no problem. But now, eat the wrong thing and you feel like you need a 3-hour nap. As we get older, nutrition plays a bigger role in how we feel, how we move, and how well we recover. If you want to stay active and keep up with your workouts, have enough energy to enjoy life, what you put on your plate matters. But before you start thinking that this is going to be one of those don't eat this but only eat that kind of talks, relax. My philosophy, it's all about balance and flexibility and sustainability. I don't believe in extreme diets. I don't cut out entire food groups, and I absolutely don't believe in being miserable just to be healthy. So today, we're going to talk about what I eat, why it works, and how you can build a flexible nutrition plan that keeps you active without making you feel like you're missing out on life. So let's get into it, shall we? So let's start with the basics. If you want to stay active and feel your best, your diet needs to check a few key boxes. You got to have enough protein. It keeps your muscles strong, supports recovery, and keeps you feeling full. You got to eat the right carbs. Not all carbs are bad. They fuel your workouts and keep your energy levels up. And you got to eat healthy fats. Good for hormones, brain function, and overall health. Then you need micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. These come from whole foods and keep your body running smoothly. Now, my personal rule, I keep my daily fat intake at 90 grams or below. This keeps my calories in check while still giving me enough healthy fats for energy and brain function. I also believe in flexible eating. That means I don't stress about eating perfectly all the time. I stay 80% compliant with my nutrition. That means most of the time I'm eating whole, nutritious foods. But that other 20%, that's for the good stuff. Because let's be real, life's too short to just never have a burger or a slice of pizza, right? So here's the thing. Rigid diets, they don't work long term. They're either too strict, too boring, or they just make you feel like you're missing out. That's why I follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I eat nutrient-dense foods, lean proteins, whole grains, fruits, veggies, and healthy fats. The other 20% of the time, I enjoy the things I love with no guilt, whether that's a burger, a dessert, or a couple of beers with friends. The key here is consistency over time, not perfection. You don't have to be perfect to be healthy. You just need to be consistent. And let me tell you, this mindset changed everything for me. Before I adopted this approach, I'd go through cycles of eating perfectly for a while, then totally falling off the wagon when I got sick of the restrictions. Now, I'm in total control. I feel great, and I never feel deprived. So let's break it down a little further. How do you balance your proteins, carbs, and fats so you feel great and stay active? Well, protein is the builder. If you're active, you need protein to maintain and repair muscle. Aim for at least 0.6 to 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. Chicken, fish, lean beef, eggs, Greek yogurt, beans are your best sources. Now, carbs are the fuel. They're not the enemy. They're energy. But the type matters. You got to get that from whole grains, sweet potatoes, fruits, and legumes. Avoid processed junk that spikes your blood sugar and leads to crashes. And then there's fats, the support system. They're essential for brain function, hormones, and joint health. But too much fat adds up fast. That's why, as I've mentioned, I keep my fat grams at 90 daily. Best sources, avocados, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish. Watch out for excess cheese, fried foods, and processed fats. Now, if you eat mostly whole foods and keep an eye on portion sizes, everything else, it just falls into place pretty easily. So let's make this practical. Here's what a typical day of eating looks like for me. For breakfast, I'm going to have a protein shake with oatmeal in it, a slice of wheat toast, and coffee. For lunch, it's going to be grilled beef or chicken, rice, and veggies. For snack, wheat toast with a small amount of peanut butter on it. Dinner is chicken with veggies. My treat, probably some dark chocolate or a small scoop of sugar-free ice cream. So you see, it's not complicated. It's just about eating real food that fuels your body without making it feel like punishment. Even with the best intentions, many people unknowingly make mistakes with their nutrition that can hinder their progress. So let's break down some of the most common pitfalls. The first one is believing that low carb is the magic solution. It's not. Carbohydrates often get a bad reputation, but they're not the enemy. The key is understanding the difference between quality carbs and processed refined ones. Whole foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains provide essential nutrients and energy, while heavily processed carbs like white bread and sugary snacks can lead to blood sugar spikes and crashes. So instead of eliminating carbs entirely, focus on choosing the right ones. Now, the second one is misunderstanding fats, either fearing them too much or over-consuming them. Dietary fats are essential for hormone production, brain function, and overall health. However, balance is the key. Avoiding fats entirely can lead to deficiencies, while overindulging, especially in calorie-dense sources like oils, nuts, and avocados, can add up quickly. As I've said, I cap my intake at 90 grams per day to ensure that I'm getting enough for optimal brain function without going overboard. The third is adopting an all or nothing approach. Extreme diets that completely cut out entire food groups, they might deliver short-term results, but they're rarely sustainable. Whether it's eliminating carbs, fats, or even certain proteins, these drastic measures often lead to frustration, nutrient imbalances, and eventual binging. A balanced approach that includes a variety of whole foods is much more effective in the long run. Fourth is skipping meals or under-eating. Your body, it needs consistent fuel to function properly, especially if you're active. When you skip meals or you don't eat enough, your metabolism can slow down, your energy levels plummet, and your workouts suffer. So instead of restricting too much, focus on eating nutrient-dense meals at regular intervals to keep your energy up and support your fitness goals. Making small, informed changes to your nutrition can have a big impact on your overall health and performance. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency and balance. At the end of the day, eating well, it isn't about rigid rules or striving for perfection. It's about finding a sustainable balance that works for you. For me, that means keeping my daily fat intake at 90 grams or less, following the 80-20 rule, where 80% of my nutrient-dense whole foods and 20% are flexibility for enjoyment, and prioritizing real unprocessed ingredients. This approach allows me to stay active, recover effectively, but still enjoy the foods I love without guilt or restriction. Now I've got a challenge for you. Take an honest look at your diet this week and ask yourself, are you getting enough protein to support muscle health and energy levels? Are you fueling your body with quality carbs like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables instead of processed junk? Are you balancing your fat intake, getting enough healthy fats without overdoing it? And most importantly, are you actually enjoying your food? Because a healthy diet should not feel like punishment. Remember, food, it isn't just fuel, it's one of life's greatest pleasures. The key is finding a way to nourish your body while still embracing the flavors and meals that you love. Now, I want to hear from you guys. What's the one food you refuse to give up no matter what? Drop it in the comments. I love a good food debate, and it helps me out with the algorithm. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you're notified of all my new videos. Next week, I'll be diving into the best supplements for staying active over 60. See you then.